like a fourth frame that I'll go through is like, okay, well, um, I'm a slightly advanced ape on a little blue marble, and in 3 generations, everyone who knows me will be dead. And this problem is probably not going to be meaningful. And so it's just like, how many different, reframes do I need in order to make this irrelevant? But I think cosmic irrelevance is probably the most powerful one that I shift to most frequently, which is just like, oh, right, we're, orbiting the sun, which is orbiting a galaxy, which is orbiting another thing. And I'm like, okay, this doesn't matter. Like by the time the sun, like the light from the other galaxy comes to us, it's like, I will be dead many times over. That's just for the time for the light to get here. And so just like, it just minimizes a lot of the quote negative thoughts. But, I get asked a lot of questions, and I get invited on podcasts like this. Like I have, some sort of answer. And I've just had, like, I think if we're being like super real, like if we're dropping all the pretenses, like I get invited onto these things because I make a lot of money and I have a lot of followers. Like if we're like just being real. And so it's like these 2 skills, which is like how to make videos and how to make a profit, sometimes related, sometimes not, are the reason that I get invited and then ask questions around life, which I find just kind of interesting. But fundamentally, I think that so few people know anything about anything that has been kind of my ultimate stress reliever, which is like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, oh, well, no one else does either. And that's just like, and I think there's some people who have like natural predispositions, because I do think there's something to say with like mental chemistry and things like that, because I'll give you my logical reasoning around that, like nature versus nurture. Like there are wolves and there are golden retrievers and there are golden doodles, right? And all they did was they just found the nice wolves and they kept breeding the nice wolves until eventually they had dogs, right? And then they bred the nicest, cutest ones to make, perma puppies or whatever. And so if I think about 8 billion humans, I'm sure there are some lines that are perma puppies that exist that are just pretty much always happy, that are just golden retrievers, that just are that way. And I think that there are also some lines that are just Dobermans, and there are some pit bulls that are there. And I think that you can try to take a pit bull and get it to be a couple order, the happiest pit bull, but it's probably never going to be happier than a golden doodle, even the worst golden doodles. And so I do think that there are bands of kind of change that are possible. So there's like, wait, doesn't this conflict with the nature nurture thing? Sort of.